Alright, oh, we had to take the long way, but I think we got there at least. What's going on, boys? Tonight we are playing some angler. We're going to run this upper lake. So, and open this back up. I'm working on a map right now. It is a large map for fish catches, species, more specifically. So that's kind of what we're after. Up so that I can mark my spots. Go ahead and get a real quick waypoint and map marker made. Alright, this is how we'll do it. Display share. So this is the map. So we're going to go ahead and run there's a Lake Cordium. Different lures, bunch of different stuff. We're going to try to figure out where the hotspot bites are for each species on this lake. Kind of the goal tonight. Go ahead and flip that on. You flip that on as well. Now, fortunately, I think we're fishing at night. The first spot is the one we pretty much use for that diamond largemouth. To get rolling on your missions. We're gonna go ahead and hit that one first. Let's get this Ruby River thing up here. I'm gonna hit 2. Grab a spinnerbait out, and this should be largemouth in this spot. Hopefully come up with something fairly quickly so we can just kind of through these. I got a couple of spots that I think I know what the species are in this lake in that location, so hopefully we've made a pretty quick dent in it. I'd like to start making maps on fish locations. That's kind of the next major push. Here at the moment. Just a bunk cast. We'll go ahead and we'll make a shorter cast to the point pad field. Usually this cast yields something. I don't know what it is about like this direction, but it seems like this direction works really well. Ready for a depth map though, dude. I want a depth map so bad. There we go. That's what I thought. Line's already pink. That's weird. This is where I got my diamonds. I mean, the other bass here. Smallmouth? What? That's a new one. Please. I put largemouth where I got my diamond. I'll go back and make some really attractive pins for these at some point. Another smallmouth on this point now. I was unaware that there was smallmouth over here. Like one more cast. Really wish there was a fish log or something, right? So as you're catching these fish, you can kind of put waypoints down like you can Fishing Planet. I think Fishing Planet really kind of nailed fish logs and fish waypoints. Get something out of this. Move the next spot. There's something chasing it. Trying to see it. Oop, right in the nose. That's largemouth. Okay. So yeah, there's largemouth, smallmouth there. So let's go ahead and switch the lure out to a spoon. Typically, that's not something that either one of those species are going to chase very often. So ideally, we come up here with like a pike or a perch, something like that. Something that differentiates itself with a different lure. I got a feeling those two fish are spawning here. Most likely, there's not going to be another species that goes for the spoon in this area, I would imagine. Hopefully they'd follow. I mean, previously I didn't catch something on a spoon here either, so let's go ahead and make a jump to a spot that I know where a few things are. Back in the boat. Take a quick run. I wish I could change time. That would be real handy. This is not the pad field I was thinking of. We might have to come back to that. Great. On the edge right here. This is all pad edge right here. Tucked on the inside of this point. Now I think I was finding mainly perch over here. Quick toss out that spoon. Bottom, throw it to a 2, and just see if anything kind of follows it back up. Oh, this is something sizable. Like, perhaps? I would imagine that's a pike. fairly good size bass, but I don't think they jumped. Okay, that's what I thought. That's just what it seemed like. Here. Pike. I guess we go ahead and make another shorter-ish cast. At the bottom. Start reeling that in. Curious if the pike are going to be stacked up or if they're going to be spread out. But throwing this pad field like this, I should be covering a lot of water. There's something chasing it. There's something that at least approached behind it. I don't think it was attracted to the spoon though. It looks like a smallmouth. Yeah, clearly a smallmouth with the torpedo-y kind of shape. I wonder if we switch out spoon for a spinnerbait. Make a decent cast. Pull back in about a 3. Oh, dude, I hear ya. Like, that's... I mean, let me sleep. Maybe it was a smallmouth. Let me do something, you know, to pass time. Mountain whitefish. Okay. Mountain whitefish there. We'll go back towards this point, maybe. Do a shallow throw spinnerbait, I guess. That and the not be able to freelook. A freelook could be super handy. There is bass here. Okay. That's going back towards me. The camera started to lift. Oh, I broke the illusion. Broke the illusion. Yeah, and they have a update hitting tomorrow. Wait, that one was there. This one was a little bit more this way. There's a hotfix hitting tomorrow. The hotfix should have quite a few things, I think, from what I was hearing. a good sized pike. Silver or something. Jumping in the pads though. See that, right? Something hit my bait. Come on. I mean, there's stuff bubbling all over the place over here, so like the fish activity's high. You know, the fish are doing their thing. Fish are fishing. Kind of between all those flashes. If that does anything for us. I'm gonna help me clean up the water clarity too. The water clarity is a little rough for being clear water. It can be kind of a pain to see bottom or things like that. Even if I had a depth chart, you know, it'd be a little different. But without a depth chart, it's kind of hard to know. Interesting. So I guess what we do is push this out for a spoon and see if something over there hits. And that'll tell us probably that's one or two types of fish. Typically, like the spoon or the spinner bait will get bit, or what. See that? Something chasing it. Slow it down to a 1. Oh, I can't set the hook. There we go. Ooh. Wait for that to be fixed. What do we got here? What do we got? Flip it in the boat. Rainbows here too. Good grief. That's what I'm trying to figure out how I want to make my map, right? Is I want to figure out a way that's going to be easy to read and not just a bunch of waypoints stacked top of each other for fish species. I might have to simply be like, yo, this lake has these species in it. Here's the color of the lake. You get all those ponds too, right? All the small ponds. Yeah, 8-pound rainbow's decent. It gets us leveled up too. Gets us moving. I gotta earn enough cash to get the baitcast set up for the Lakers. I started working on a guide today for all the tasks and all the missions. I've got the map done, obviously, but I want to do videos too on that. chasing. Nothing chasing. Come on, let's go. We're up to a 2 at least. Drive me nuts. Oh, dude, for real. Like some and like the what was it? The 7-pound, 7.5-pound largemouth. Like, oh, the gold. That's fine. Just the gold. Like, dude, I would be hooting and hollering like you'd hear me forever away. I am so ready to look at doing some IRL fishing streams. I think it's going to be so much fun. Get you guys on the boat with me. Relocate the boat just a hair. I'll get a little better angle on some of these jumpers. Alright. Now. Let's see if anything moves up here. Dude, and there's lakes around here where I feel like I can do extremely well if I, you know, started moving and fishing the spots I normally would fish. I think we're gonna have to do a lot of kayak fishing, honestly. We're gonna probably do some shore fishing. I'm trying to figure out a good way to do IRL shore fishing so that I can still kind of read chat and all that stuff. Like, there's still things that I gotta figure out. But, like, there's a whole setup around town, rivers, stuff like that around here that I can go shore fishing and have probably a ton of fun. Go ahead and throw this back on game capture so it's a little crisper for you. We soak this for a second, we'll pull it back up. So waiting on an email from a marketing company about working together for a project. And I'm like dying to know. So around here we've got largemouth, smallmouth. A game just crashed. Are you kidding me? A bunch of perch, bluegill. Calm down. Not that serious. You're freaking out. Crappie, muskie. Like, we've got options. It's just a matter of getting out there, because like some of the lakes that I live near are completely different lakes. Which is cool. I mean, I can kind of jump and go fish completely different stuff all in a short period of time. Let me back in. Oh, dude, that would drive me nuts, man. Like, we've got fish all over the place around here. They've got boat ramps on boat ramps on boat ramps, like, right by each other. Oh, we're daytime at least, thank goodness. wanted to fish this pad field. What do I have on? Spoon still on. We'll throw that spoon through these pads because that's totally what you're gonna do. We wouldn't be ripping the spoon through these pads. It's fine. Dude, yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Like, that'd be such a big culture shock. But I see, like, a lot of guys from Belgium. Some pretty interesting fishing, too, compared to how we do it in the U.S. Like, the techniques are completely different. Alright, getting... I think a follow doesn't... I don't think so. Also seeing, like, no activity in these pads either, which is kind of shocking. Of course, it'd be nice to be like, yo, temperature is 50 degrees, and, you know, like, it would be nice to have an idea of depth and temperature. Oh, see, we've got a couple of, like, 7-pound largemouth. We've got one pike over 35 pounds. And I got a couple of, like, 8-pound, 30-inch walleye. But, like, bass fishing is by far what I prefer to do. Just because it's such a fast-paced sport compared to any other type of fishing for the most part. Come on. Like, I'm hoping we get any tournaments on this, and I can go ahead and run on here, dude. So, like, that seems a ton of fun. And crossplay, too. Like, there's a lot of opportunity here for this game to be freaking fantastic. See, and I don't do much for salmon or trout. Like, we've got steelhead and stuff like that, Lakers, like big salmon and stuff, but I just don't have any interest in it. I don't know, man. I'd much rather be on a 300-acre lake on a boat, tossing a spinnerbait or a jig. It's kind of working the water. You know, a lot of guys around here will go to the big lake and go trolling. Just fine. Not at all my thing. I can just fish here, dude. Like, I think that... I don't understand that bass live by pads. Or in pads. Unless water's cold. Is water cold? I don't know. Gotta catch a small fish and find out. So we got species up in that one area. We'll jump to the other side of that point. See what we got. It would be nice to be able to have like a half throttle, you know? Bro, I don't want to be up on plane right now. run these real quick and just see. I will say that's one of the biggest things with like Fishing Planet, why I kind of fell in love with that game, is the trolling motor and like being able to actually throw lure, be on the trolling motor and retrieve and catch fish. Because that mechanic actually works. It's super nice. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Makes me wonder sometimes, dude, like, if I've had sonar, like, what would I actually know? Like, what information could I get right now if I knew water temp, if I knew depths, if I knew lake contours? Oh, dude, Fishing Planet is... I've got most of the DLC for it, but I don't play it for a reason. Like, it's fine. It's decent, I guess. This game just does something for me that's just... It's fun, you know, it's a game. There you go. I don't know, man. I really enjoy the Angler. I think that it fills a niche. I feel like know what USB device is constantly unplugging and plugging. Ooh. Oh, smallmouth. Gold smallmouth. Alright, that's way up yonder. Smallmouth. Let me move this on my map. Put this where we are. Alright, cool. Another fish, another species. Oh, dude. I feel like Fishing Planet, you have to spend $100 basically to get a good game. I mean, yeah, I guess you can earn it, but like the vast majority of the fishing that I want to do is I want to go to blue crab, I want to get on my boat, I want to fish bass. What I want to do. I don't want to fish walleye for 12 hours. I don't want to fish in the Congo for 12 hours. You know, to grind out XP or whatever. I want to go have fun. I want to fish to have fun. And I feel like Fishing Planet, dude, it kind of like gets away from that on occasion. Which is fine. I mean, the game does a good job at its sim stuff. But not what I'm looking for in a game right now. I mean, if I want to rage, I'll go play Tarkov. I mean, that's kind of where I am on it. It's like, I just want something chill. And once multiplayer starts working, we can open up lobbies, we can do some community games, we can hang out, you know. Like, we have options to do stuff with this game that we don't really have options to in Fishing Planet 2. I mean, full-on freaking races, you know, boat races. Like, there's stuff we can do. That could be a ton of fun. Don't think that cast is going to yield. We're going to call that on this spot. Let's make a move. Doesn't seem overly hopping. But like in real life, you know, I had my trolling motor on. I'd be just kind of running this entire pad edge with spinnerbait, and then I'd be off, you know? It's the exact way that I would fish it, basically, with a trolling motor. Run that line parallel to the pads, froth all the front of them. Ideally, depth. Well, mid depth if possible. So like in this one, I'd be running like a 6-foot crankbait. The duck sounds. Go ahead and sit back and grab the controller. Mouth's starting to kind of crap out on me. Turns out you use the same mouse for FPS games for years, it starts eventually misclicking. Shocker. Is there something after it? Like, no? Make the cast again perpendicular to the pads on this side. Hate that. Cast down here. And spinnerbait kind of near the edge where they should get their attention. Dude, I'm 85 hours in on this game, and I'm still having a ton of fun with it, honestly, dude. That's the thing, too. Is Fishing Planet, I was kind of done with it, you know, 30 hours in, something like that. Gotta be a perch. Right? A small bass. Tiny bass? Tiny bass. Make one more throw in here. Really curious saying when you get a text that says, "I love cats so much." It's like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Are you saying you want another one? Are you saying, look at this video? Oh no. Your smallmouth? You know, smallmouth. Alright, cool. So that kind of seals that. Smallmouth here. Let's go ahead and throw... Oh my goodness. Mouse and key is superior. Throw here once. I saw something jump in here. It could have been a pike. The way the tail looked. In fact, I can almost guarantee it was a pike. too slow. It's like quarter speed. Okay, it was more than that one was. I'd be curious to catch a pike up here since this is super shallow water. I think that's 4 meters. Also, it'd be nice to know how many feet the freaking water is and how many meters the water is. Not like, or like how many inches the fish are. Not how many yards they are. It was the rods are by yard too. Cat, go away. He walks up and yells. Meow. He does. Yeah. Like, more cast. Come on. Ah, maybe I've seen something. Make one more move, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, it is hot. It is. Are you kidding me? Thing was a tank. I can catch it. That thing was a tank. Let that sink all the way down. Far down it's gonna go. Yeah, the meter's online too. Also super weird. Oh, there's no way, right? That was not the fish. Yep, that was not the fish that I stopped for. Honestly, it makes me really curious about a bass tournament. If, like, a ton of us all do the tournament, you know, how much fun would that be? 12 guys, 12 boats, the same lake. Oh my goodness, this is a decent one. That's a decent one. Silver. Right off the point. I think that point was that though. That was. Oh. wondering if this map's gonna hold up. I guess that's the thing too, right? We gotta try to build a species map out, and then try to recreate it again. I have better success casting out of the front of the pads, basically. Like here. Drop down. We'll let this drop down. Give the old slow roll. It seems like some of these larger lakes, fish are a little more spread out, which is kind of nice. I mean, I like the idea of being able to go to a lake and fish for a few hours, have decent fish, you know, and have to actually move around instead of having to sit in the same spot the entire time. Like, that drives me insane. I hate to sit still the entire time. Come on now. Any points that we could smack this thing. Geese. Not necessarily feeling it here, though. There's still potential, 15 meters, but not much. I'd love an option to hide the HUD too. That'd be phenomenal. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing following too. One more cast into the pads. You can tell us all we need to know, right? Speed it up a hair and see if we can get it moving. Nothing. That's surprising. That is surprising. But if we switch to a spoon, do we hook up? I guess that's the question, right? One cast of the spoon, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and ready to call it. It is 10 o'clock and I gotta be up early to get the kids on the bus. Oh no, I don't tomorrow. Wait, what am I doing early tomorrow? Doing something. Could be just work too, man. Seems like work's been life lately. What up, Goose? What up, buddy? We are just getting ready to hop off, buddy. I am exhausted. It's been a long day. It's going to be a super long weekend, the holiday weekend. I think we're going to try to be on the water 2, 3, 4 days, maybe. Lake trout. Use the size for a spoon. Go out to the middle of the lower or the south with the west lake. Go out in the middle of that, throw a spoon, and just kind of jig it back. And that's how I caught most of mine. Most of my good ones. But I'm currently working on a guide too for all the lakers and all that stuff too. So that's kind of what I'm working on tonight. I'm starting to mess with building out a map for all the species, where the species are, and what lakes they're in, what lures they like, and all that stuff. That's the next major project. Yeah, no problem, dude. Saw you and a few other guys were playing in the Discord earlier. I'm not digging this spot. Quick move. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hang in there more. Once the multiplayer starts working, dude, I'm gonna probably be in there a lot more often. There's just no point right now with multiplayer working half the time. But guys, if you want to make sure you're entered for that giveaway, be sure to hit exclamation giveaway or check the pinned comment if you're on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and start going through this map a little bit and figuring stuff out. Get some sleep, and I will be on probably Monday. I said we are fishing a bunch this weekend, and